So in this video, I wanted to do a quick discussion of the Lamy 2000 and its stainless steel spring-loaded clip. It has this very cool clip on it. Like I said, it's spring-loaded, but it's a little bit fickle. Some people report it having some side-to-side action. That's fairly normal, but it shouldn't wiggle on its own. You'll see this one. It's not moving. It will move a little bit. That's just part of the design, which we'll see in a second, but it's not or shouldn't be loose, and that could be adjusted. So let's run through how we fix that. In this case, we'll be using the ballpoint instead of the fountain pen. The operations are a little bit different, but how you loosen the clip, but the actual clip itself is similar on all the different designs. Again, with the ballpoint, you'll see that there's a seam right here in this material, the Macrolon, and this seam is actually functional, which the clip is user serviceable. So the same way there is a little seam right here to open the pen up to change the refill. With this seam right here, you could turn it and open the top up. That could require a little bit of force, but don't worry about it, you're not going to break the pen. With the stainless steel model, this thing could be really difficult to open. That's just a whole separate issue. Anyway, so unscrew it and we'll see what's in there. So we'll see the body separates from the threading. There's a brass shim there, or brass sleeve, whatever you want to call it. And then this comes off. So you have the actual pen body and the button mechanism. That all stays together. Really nothing we want to worry about with here except to make sure that it's relatively clean. You can see some garbage gets collected. You could wipe that down. Not really a big deal. And now we have the actual important parts. We have the stainless steel clip, the Macrolon piece, the threading, the brass. Remove this. We'll see the stainless steel clip and then a spring. You really don't want to lose that spring. So make sure it's in there, make sure it's solid, leave it alone, don't lose it. There's a little lip here. You can see that little edge piece. Just make sure that's kind of clean and there's no grit or garbage in here. This one's fine, I cleaned it recently. But that lip is important. That's what this pivots on. And here's the actual critical piece. This is the Macrolon body with this brass collar. And this tends to get filled with garbage over time. This the Lamy 2000 has been around for a really long time. So you might have a pen that's 10 or 20 years old. And I've seen all sorts of garbage get in here. In fact, with this one, it had clearly had a cup of coffee had been spilled on it or near it, and it had collected in here and dried. So the spring action on the clip was no good. What you're going to want to do here is really clean this out well. Some sort of any sort of cleaning utensil. You want to rub it around here and get rid of anything, like with this Q-tip, maybe some rubbing alcohol, whatever. You pull this sleeve off. It's a little tiny little piece of brass. You don't want to lose that. Give this a good clean. Try not to put any more stuff in here. This is just a dry Q-tip, but really you'd want to use something like a light rubbing alcohol or Goo Gone, whatever you feel most comfortable with. Get this out and just get everything out of there. And just be cognizant of the shape. It's sort of like an inverted triangle. I guess it's a triangle. It's a little bit flared and gets wider to the top, narrower at the bottom. And this fits in here, but it can't just slide in properly. It's got to go in and be pushed in at an angle. So in like this. This, you're leading with this little ledge here. So this one's nice and clean. You can see it's clean. Make sure yours looks something like this. We're gonna put this brass piece back in place. And you can see the brass piece extends past the threading. And there's about 1 millimeter or so of empty brass above the threading. That's where this little overhang, that little ledge we're talking about right here, it's gonna go down and grab onto that, and then it will push down. And now you should have a nice clean spring action. This spring action is gonna replicate what you're getting once it's on the pen. So if it doesn't feel comfortable now, it feels clunky, or you feel kind of a crunch halfway through, you're gonna wanna re-examine the pieces, look for some obstructions in there, whatever. Hold the mechanism like this, keep this basic configuration, don't let the brass slide out, press it down, push it through, and spin, spin, spin. Try not to get your finger caught in there. Again, give it a good crank. Don't over tighten it. Again, we're dealing with plastic components here. And now, nice action. And what you're looking for to know it's working properly is it's definitely gonna be stiff. It's gonna be smooth. And you're looking for about, I don't know, maybe 1/8 of an inch. It's not a huge amount of flex on this one, of expansion. I guess you could look for that. If you're going by the L in Lamy, we're getting the bottom to just about touch the black. But again, most importantly, it's a smooth action. It's firm, but it's silent and smooth. And that should be basically the case with any Lamy 2000. Again, there'll be some videos about how you open up the clip if you have a capped one, like a rollerball or a fountain pen. But this is the basic operation. If you have any more questions, let me know. I'll do some subsequent videos on it. I know a lot of people ask this question. But I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.